there is some longing inside each and every one of us. And that longing is to be remembered. There's a moment that is really important in the scriptures, I think. It's the moment of Jesus' crucifixion, and he's on the cross, and he's in agony and pain. He's got these two different people on both sides of him. Jesus is in the middle. On the one side, he's got this man who's hurling insults at him and mocking him. Oh, Jesus, you raised other people from the dead. You healed other people. Take yourself off the cross. And then there's this other man, and he's much more humbled by his circumstances and afraid, and he's scared, and he says to Jesus, remember me when you're in paradise, heaven. And Jesus turns to him and says, tonight you'll be in paradise with me. And when he says, remember me, I think it's important because I think our world right now is filled with people who feel unremembered. Unremembered people all around us. And this can come up in like 100 different ways in your life. But for some of us, we just feel like we've been overlooked all the days of our life. For others of us, we had really traumatic and hard things that we went through and no one seems to care. It feels unremembered. For some of you, like I watched this in my own family. When my father left, it was awful. I take a bunch of guys up to North Carolina every year, and our family has a house on a lake in North Carolina, and the rich part of our family, don't worry. And there's this picture on the wall. I see it every year. And it's probably when I was like 14 or 15, and it's my dad with two boys and his arms around him. And it wasn't me and my brother. And every year I see it up there on the wall. And every single year, I'm 50, 35 years old. And I feel unremembered every year. Like, for some of you, that's what it was like. You got cheated on. And you're like, you didn't remember the vows? You didn't remember what we promised each other? You didn't remember the connection, the bodies, the hearts, the minds? You didn't remember that? You didn't remember the goals and the dreams we had together? You didn't remember that? But the Father did. The Father sees you. He knows you. Even if you're like, I'm not super religious, Mike. It doesn't matter because his love for you is an objective fact, not a subjective reality. You are not overseen and you're not overlooked. He remembers you and he's with you. And I know some of you are like, well, why did we have to go through the circumstances in the first place? He could have prevented those things. I don't have all the answers. I know that you can't get those answers in the middle of your pain. I know for me, looking back on my life, why did God put me in a family where my father was violent alcoholic? Because at least one thing happened. And that thing was he developed compassion inside my heart for other people. And it's the reason why we're here today. So all the good that's happening right now in this room, online, in all the different rooms that we serve, it's happening because I was there as a hurt kid and God began the healing process in my life. God will take the hard things of your life and bring good out of them because he loves you, because he cares about you. And you and I just need to know that this life is wonderful. I love my life. This life is wonderful, but it's not all there is. We're gonna look through it for the next 3 years, three weeks. We're gonna look through it for the next, it's gonna be a long sermon series, right? We're gonna look through it for the next 3 weeks and we're gonna see God show up and remind us of what really matters and what is most meaningful in this life.